Hello everyone, welcome to the lesson for second quarter, week 6 to 7, the biconditional, inverse, converse, and contrapositive statements. So, ito yung lesson na related dun sa lesson ng week 5. So let's have the objectives. At the end of the lesson, learners are expected to number 1, determines the inverse, converse, and contrapositive of an if-then statement. Okay, number 2, illustrate the equivalences of letter A, the statement and its contrapositive. Letter B, the converse and the inverse of a statement. So, ito yung dalawang objectives natin to answer after this lesson. So, when you switch the hypothesis and conclusion of the conditional statement, you form a converse statement. So, ibig sabihin, yung if part of the statement at yung then part of the statement, pag pinagbaliktad mo yun, so magkakaroon ka ng converse statement. So, let's have example. The conditional statement, if the triangle is equilateral, then it is equiangular. So, yung converse nun, papalitin natin yung hypothesis pati yung conclusion. So, doon sa conditional statement, number 1, ang hypothesis doon ay the triangle is equilateral. At ang conclusion naman ay it is equiangular. So, dahil sa conditional statement, yung subject nito is triangle. So, we leave the triangle doon sa unahan ng statement. So, yung converse magiging if the triangle is equiangular, then it is equilateral. Okay. So, yung number 2 naman, conditional statement, if a man is honest, he does not steal. So, yung hypothesis ay a man is honest, tapos yung conclusion ay he does not steal. So, yung converse nun ay if a man does not steal, he is honest. So, yun yung converse ng number 2. So, the conditional statement is true. An equiangular triangle is always equilateral triangle. Diba? Kung lahat ng angles ng triangle ay equal, it follows that lahat ng sides niya ay equal din. Kaya true yung statement ng conditional. So, the converse is also true. Dahil an equilateral triangle is always equiangular. So, doon sa number 1 example, si conditional statement ay true at si converse ay true. Since both conditional and converse statements are true, you can connect the phrases by if and only if, IFF. Thus, it forms a biconditional statement. So, yun pala. Pag ang conditional statement mo ay true at ang converse mo ay true, automatic, ang tawag na yun sa statement na yun, pag pinag-combine mo ay biconditional statement. So, ano ba ang biconditional statement? At doon sa number 1. So, a triangle is equilateral if and only if it is equiangular. So, nakita natin na dahil si conditional statement ay true at si converse ay true din, so magiging ang biconditional statement niya ay triangle is equilateral if and only if it is equiangular. The words if and only if implies that both conditional and converse statements are true. So, by conditional statement, a triangle is equilateral if and only if it is equiangular. So, yun na yung by conditional statement na example number 1. The words if and only if implies that both conditional and converse statements are true. So, conditional at converse statement ay true. Pwede na yung maging biconditional statement. So, given a biconditional statement, you can split it into conditional statement and its converse. So, example, given naman ay biconditional statement, two angles are complementary if and only if the sum of their measure is 90 degree. Di ba pag complementary, ito yung angle pairs na dalawang angles na pag inad mo yung dalawang angles na yun, equal siya lagi sa 90 degree. So, sa conditional statement, so if two angles are complementary, then the sum of their measure is 90 degree. So, sa pagbuo ng conditional statement, kung ano yung pagkakasulat to sa biconditional statement, tutularan lang. Lalagyan lang natin ng if sa unahan for the hypothesis at then sa conclusion. So, si converse naman ay pagpapalitin natin o ipag-switch yung hypothesis sa conclusion. So, magiging if the sum of the measure of two angles is 90 degree, then they are complementary. So, yun yung given yung biconditional statement, gagawin natin conditional statement, then gagawin natin converse statement. So, this means the both conditional statement pati converse statement are true. Diba? Pag may dalawang angles na complementary, pag pinag-add natin yun, 90 degree. Halimbawa ay 60 degree, tapos isa ay 30. So, 60 plus 30, that is 90 degree. So, they are complementary. So, aside from forming a converse statement from conditional statement, you can also form the inverse statement. So, ano naman ang inverse statement? Ang inverse statement can be formed by negating the hypothesis and the conclusion of the conditional statement. So, pag sinabing negating, making it on the opposite. Gagawin natin negative yung statement, no? So, kung ito naman ay negative, gagawin man natin itong positive, no? So, paano yun? When you negate the converse, you form a contrapositive statement. So, ibig sabihin, si inverse statement, siya ay product of negation ng conditional. So, si conditional statement, sa kanya manggagaling, pag na-negate na, inverse statement ang tawag sa kanya. Tapos, si converse statement naman, pag ni-negate, ay ang tawag sa kanya ay contrapositive statement. So, dapat ay hindi kayo malilito. So, una, pag si conditional statement, pinagpalit mo lang si hypothesis pati si conclusion, ang tawag doon ay converse. Tapos, pag ang conditional statement naman ay negating, so not hypothesis, not conclusion, ang tawag doon ay inverse statement. Tapos, si converse statement naman, pag ninegate mo, not conclusion, then not hypothesis, it form a contrapositive statement. So, let's have example. a polygon with exactly 4 sides is a quadrilateral. Yan yung ating statement. So, yung condition nandun, if a polygon has exactly 4 sides, then it is a quadrilateral. So, that is correct. That is true. So, sa inverse naman, if a polygon does not have exactly 4 sides, then it is not a quadrilateral. So, ibig sabihin, yung conditional, ginawa lang na, ininegate natin. We negate yung conditional. Ibig sabihin, nilagyan natin ng not sa hypothesis at not sa inverse. Pero, kung ang given naman na conditional ay may not already, na naka-negate na, so, babaliktarin nyo naman yung statement. Okay, so yung converse, pagpapalitin natin yung conditional, no, yung hypothesis pati yung conclusion. So, if a polygon is a quadrilateral, then it has exactly 4 sides, no? So, that is the converse. Pinagpalit lang natin. Then, the contrapositive, if a polygon is not a quadrilateral, then it does not have exactly 4 sides. Okay, let's have example 2. Two line segments of equal lengths are congruent. Conditional, if two line segments are equal in length, then they are congruent. Inverse, if two line segments are not equal in length, then they are not congruent. So, yun yung inverse. So, parehas yung tayo ng conclusion, ng hypothesis at conclusion. Nilagyan lang ng not yung inverse. So, sa converse naman, pinagpalit yung conditional statement, yung hypothesis pati yung conclusion. If two line segments are congruent, then they have equal length. So, ano contrapositive? If two line segments are not congruent, then their lengths are not equal. So, that is example number 2. So, thank you. Yun yung topic ng biconditional, inverse, converse, contrapositive statement. Thank you.